Can online students hear me? If somebody can message. Hello. Okay, right. All right, good evening. Online students, good evening. A lot of online students, they've joined me online. All right, okay. So I'm here today to have a small session on motivation, okay, mainly, and then a little bit on strategy as to what you are supposed to do in the next 85 days, okay. So if you ask me, what is the most difficult part of this examination is to remain motivated, to remain focused. I think you have already experienced that, okay, in the past 8-9 months. Okay, this is how it is going to be also. Okay, you have to understand that, you have to realize that this examination is not difficult because of the syllabus or because of what you are going to study, polity, economy, geography. That is the easiest part. If you ask me, that is 10% of the amount of, with respect to the effort that you are going to put in. Okay, if you are able to handle that, it's just 10%. The rest 90% of what you are supposed to handle is to remain motivated. Okay, if you see this picture over here, first I will put this picture. Okay, so if you see here, this is the path that you are supposed to take, or this is the path that you are going to take for your KPSC or KS if you want to become an officer. Okay, first prelims, lot of confusion, delays, postponements, now re-exam. Okay, after that, don't think that it's all over now, 29th December, and everything is going to be fine. No, there is still going to be a lot of problems. Okay, we can't, unfortunately, I can't do anything about it. Okay, let me give you a reality check. Neither can you also do anything about it. We can, protest, we can fight. Yes, that is supposed to happen also in a democratic system. That's also very important. But at the same time, when we think from an individual point of view, if you have to reach this point, you have to also accept that, yes, this is what is going to happen. Okay, and realize it and then plan around it. Otherwise, what will happen? You will get demotivated. You will lose focus. Okay, you will, get misguided. Your strategy will get lost. And there will be somebody else who is able to remain focused, and he is able to, or she is able to study the same subjects, easy subjects, and be able to clear this examination. If you see, lakhs of students write this examination. Last time, 1,31,000 wrote this examination. Alva. So only 5,700 people will be giving this examination. Why? Because are the 5,700 people are exceptionally intelligent? Definitely not. Okay, there will be 50,000 people who are equally intelligent. Trust me when I say this, 50,000 people are all in the same level. They have read same Lakshmikant. They have read the same history book. They have read the same environment, economy. They have attended the same current affairs class also. Whether it is Sunday Manthan or any other institute, same faculty, same thing, they have attended the same thing. 50,000 plus students have done the same thing. Then why only 5,000 people will clear this exam and write mains? And why only 1,000 people will go for interview? And why only 384 people will finally get into the final list? I will tell you my story. So this is 2014, okay, notification, KPSC notification, 2014. So if you see here, 2014, I had cleared the examination, okay, and this was the final list. Why I have put these picture is, if you see here, the date of the notification, okay, 22nd January 2015, that notification I applied for KS exam. Is that okay? The final list, when I cleared the exam, okay, I gave up that seat anyways, Assistant Commissioner Commercial Tax. The final list, see the date. See the tweet also of the then KPSC Secretary. Okay, hello. Can you hear me? Okay, so if you see the tweet of the KPSC secretary, 2014 notification, the result was announced in 2017. Okay, the notification, adalla, it was in news and all of that, and finally on January 2015, the notification came, 400 some odd seats. Okay, finally when I got my results and final list, 2.5 years. 2.5 years is when the final results or the final list, adkinta munche provisional list was there, in which I gave up the seat so that at least somebody else who is interested. I was not interested in, commercial tax and all of that. I wanted DYSP, or I was aspiring to get into UPSC. Okay, so therefore for me it was not, so I thought maybe somebody else will get the post, so I gave up that post. So what I'm trying to say here is 2.5 years it took, and it happened. I cleared. Why did I clear? What was the reason? Did I have some extra notes, some secret notes, something which I had? Definitely not. I was able to work hard. I was smart enough to remain calm. I was focused enough, and I studied the same thing, polity, economy, geography, whatever everybody had material. The same thing I also studied. But what advantage I had, what I did differently was to remain motivated, to remain focused. And for me it was easy because I was never interested in KS. Okay, for me it was not a do or die situation. I was not desperate. Okay, so for me it became easier also. So what I'm trying to say is, don't take it so desperately. Remain calm, remain focused. Then only you can clear this exam. We can do hundreds of strategy sessions, hundreds of value-added classes, hundreds of current affairs. You have experts, current affairs experts are there, and they have fan followings across Karnataka, India, and all of that. No doubt, they're all good. Okay, and everybody have access to it. Correct? No, it's not a secret. Somebody is hiding and telling. No, it's open. It's there on YouTube. You have books. You go to the Xerox shops. You will get all the material. What is the problem is to remain motivated. I am telling you from my experience why I cleared KS is because I was consistent in what I did. Okay, whatever I did, I had a plan and I stuck to that plan. No matter what happens around you, I stuck to the plan. I was consistent in what I was doing. I was not getting deviated. All this tension, illalla agta ittu, avaglonu kuda it got postponed. Once it got postponed, the exam, the results got delayed. The mains was held after 1 year. Prelims date notification aadmele, I think 8-9 months. It's lot of confusion. You won't believe it. I gave one UPSC interview, and when I gave KPSC this interview, I was giving one more UPSC interview. Okay, so it is unpredictable. Not just in 2014 when I wrote. I hope all of you know 2011 notification. They got service last year, 2023. 2023 May, they got how many? 13 years. I mean 12 years. They struggled for 12 years. And today, 3 of my friends are in service from 2011 who got posted last year. They are DYSP now. Okay, 13 years they struggled. They were teaching somewhere, they made money, they got married, they have children, and now they are DYSP. I feel it is still worth it. Okay, but they remained focused. Aita 2011 hangaitu. 2017 same thing. Some 2-3 years it took. 2019 Papa COVID bandbittu. Okay, so KPSC had an excuse also. COVID, they prolonged it for 3 more years. Right, last year they got their results. So if you understand this fact that it is going to be like this, it is going to be unpredictable. Okay, you accept it, then you can remain calm. Have plan B also. Okay, if you are a UPSC student, focus on that. If you are giving some other group B exams, etc., do that also. But at the same time, you should also have a strategy. So we will discuss the strategy now, what you have to do. But at the same time, you have to accept it. If you don't accept, if you keep fighting it, you will go depression. You will go into depression. You will lose track. You will not know what to do, when to do it, etc. So this examination is not going to be held on after 85 days. It has already started. Your exam has already started. Every day you are going to waste, okay, is taking you away from your goals. If you say that on 85th day, when 29th exam iruttalla December, if I remain motivated, it's not enough. It has already started. And those who are going to clear, no, who are going to be in the last final list, okay, they have already started to prepare. They are already calm. They already have a plan B in place. They know what exactly to do. Okay, many students will remain, you know, demotivated, diverted, okay, complaining, yes, we have to. What are you going to do about it? What can you do about it? Okay, can you decide the dates? Okay, can you decide the timetable? Can you decide or address the legal issues? Okay, court ali judge tara, can you do that? Can you address the difficulty level? Translation ಮಾಡಬಹುದಾ ನೀವು? ಅದು ಯಾರೋ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. And they don't do a good job of it also. Alva? Can you do all of that? No, who is supposed to do all of that? Elected representatives, you have voted, no, they are supposed to do. If you have to blame somebody, don't blame yourself. Don't blame the coaching institutes. Don't blame it. It is the elected representative. ಈಗ ನಾವು ಇರುವಾಗ whoever was the CM, they were opposition party, they were scolding. Now they are CM, the opposition is scolding. So the blame game keeps happening. So who are supposed to do? Elected representatives, okay, chief minister, KPSC secretary, our members, and student organization. It's not your job. It is definitely not. If somebody is emotionally blackmailing you or trying to tell you that no, you are supposed to do this, you are supposed to do all of that, you come out of it. You are not. It's not your job. Okay, people have elected representatives. They are supposed to represent the institution and do that well. What is in your hand? What you are supposed to do? If somebody is making you feel guilty, come out of it. Your job is very simple. What is in your hand? Quality of your preparation. That's all. Nothing else. Yaar yen bekadre heli. Emotionally black. Namgu heltar baita irtar ನೀವು ಬಂದು support ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, fund ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. That's a different matter. Our expertise is to teach. Your expertise is to learn. Yes, and you give your exam. That's it. Is that understood? So make sure that you remain focused. You remain motivated. In the next 85 days, next 2 years, till the final list, you have to remain motivated. How do you remain motivated? Adu, we can have sessions after sessions, etc. Everybody has their own. People find motivation through religion. People find motivation by doing some other jobs, okay, or prepare for some other exam, or do graduation, I mean some other post graduation, atara madkondu they'll remain motivated. Sidely they will continue to study. If not, you have a supporting family, I don't have economic responsibilities, social responsibilities, then automatically find motivation. Your life is good. You don't need any other motivation. Sit and study. Don't complain. Understood? Be consistent in your preparation. ಇವತ್ತು ಮೋಟಿವೇಟ್ ಆಯಿತು, ಇವತ್ತು ಸರ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, 2 ದಿವಸ ಮೋಟಿವೇಶನ್, ಆಮೇಲೆ ನೋ. ರಿಮೈನ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಫಾರ್ till the exam. Now I remember when I cleared the exam, avaga I used to get up at 5:30, 6 o'clock I used to start studying, and till 12 o'clock I used to study night. Madhya obviously break, uta adu idella irta itte. Consistently for almost 3 years of my preparation. That's why I gave 3 UPSC interview, cleared CRPF assistant commandant, cleared KAS exam. Nobody can say good luck, adu idu, nothing. Sat and did hard work. And consistently, without any break. Exam aita, final exam, I mean mains aita, ಒಂದು ವಾರ break. Again back to study. People can say anything. They can say that exam was tough, out of syllabus, addu iddu antella, they can keep complaining. And they do tell also. Maybe you are also trying to find comfort, saying that, oh, nanu exam alli chanag madilla yakandre out of syllabus questions kelbittidru anta. I'm sure many ಈಗ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ನೋಡೋರು ಅದೇ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ಕೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ರು, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಟಫ್ ಇತ್ತು, ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಐ ಗಾಟ್ ಲೆಸ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಬಟ್ ದ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ 5,000 people, would have got it easy and would have cleared the exam. ಈಗ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಡಿಸೆಂಬರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸೇಮ್ ಥಿಂಗ್. 1,20,000 people will complain saying that exam was difficult, exam was out of syllabus, adu idu anta. 5,000 people silent agi kutkondu ಓದ್ತಾರೆ. That's the fact. That's what even I did. That's what people who cleared also does. Okay, and have a proper strategy. So now that's the motivation. I don't know whether this I call it motivation or scaring, but this is how I try to expose the reality of this examination. The reality is this, simple. 90% of your outcome depends on you remaining motivated, focused and consistent. A 10% ideyala, that is that strategy. Strategy is very easy. Books are very easy to find. It is nice to read also. Kotre new one book, but to remain motivated for 2 weeks is the challenging part. But you should realize the facts, yes, okay, so that you don't get scared. Now, as I told you, and one more thing for you to remain motivated is, everybody is in the same boat. ನೀವು ಮಾತ್ರ ಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು you feel like you are in the, ಏನೋ ನಿಮಗೆ ಟಾರ್ಗೆಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ, nothing like that. Everybody, this 1,30,000 people who gave the exam, they are in the same situation. If they had asked a question out of syllabus, ಅವ್ರಿಗೂ out of syllabus question ಇತ್ತು. For them it was no different. ಅವ್ರಿಗೇನು separate paper ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. Is that okay? Same difficulty level, same questions, everything was same for them also, right? So they're all in the same boat. So we should stop complaining, look ahead. Iga, so this 85 days before we start the strategy, first do the paper analysis. Okay, whatever you have told yourself or your family saying that this exam was tough, out of syllabus, unexpected ಕೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ರು, ಅದೆಲ್ಲ okay. That's all, good up to now. But now do a real analysis of the paper and your, how you perform, your performance. You analyze that. You should be able to analyze it. Okay. So August paper analysis. So some questions you should, ask yourself. Okay. What should, you have gotten in the August exam? ಎಷ್ಟು ಬಂದಿರಬಹುದು? So again, everybody keeps asking what should have been the cutoff, adu idu antala. That's an important question. So illi, if you ask me, for a general merit candidate, 130 plus you should have got. Okay. If you have not got 130 and if your preparation remains the same, 29th December also, if you have got less than 130, you would not have cleared the exam. If your preparation remains the same level and you give exam on 29th December, you will not clear the exam. Okay, so if you are getting less than 130, you have to change or you have to buckle up and improve your preparation. Okay, this is for GM. ನಿಮ್ದು ಏನು ಕ್ಯಾಟಗರಿ ಇದೆ ಅದು ಇದು ನೋಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಇಯರ್ ಅಂತ you change it. Let's say for women, I can say about 110, okay, plus. See, you might think, oh, illa, it was not so much, and try to convince yourself. But the fact is, I have access to students. Okay, students who have given well this exam, students who gave UPSC mains recently, who had given prelims, they have all comfortably scored 150, 170. Ishtu they are getting, who have cleared UPSC mains. Okay, so ಅವರು ಒಂದು 5,000 ಜನರು ಇರ್ತಾರ ಸಾಕು, others won't be able to clear. So they are getting 150, 170. So that means this paper ಅಲ್ಲಿ you could have got around 130, 140. So if you are a general merit candidate and if you have got 130 plus, then continue the same approach and preparation strategy. If you have got less than 130, if you don't buckle up, if you don't improve, if you don't change your approach, or if you don't put hard work and improvise, 29th also, it will be difficult for you. Is that okay? So this is what you should have gotten in August examination. Okay. Was it completely unexpected question paper? Ellaru helta idru, oh, out of syllabus adu idu anta. But look at the syllabus. Yes, so same Indian constitution, history, geography, economy, etc. Okay, but yes, I do agree that they have increased few topics, decreased the others. That's why cutoff is less. Otherwise, our prediction was 200 plus before the exam. After the exam, we reduced it to 130, 140. Why? Because they have asked some extra questions, some difficult questions from other topics. Okay, like history in the generally they would ask 15 to 16 questions. But they asked about 26 questions, and that too difficult ones. So let's say history hoito, but polity and current affairs, economics were fairly easy. Is that okay? So alli nimge out of 100 net, if you had got 40 questions, and in paper 2 also, if you had got 40 out of 100 net, I'm saying 40 questions, 60 questions bit bidi. 40 questions you should not have answered. If you have worked for 3 years, 2 years, 1 year, you should have got. If you have not got, that means 85 days you have to sit and study. Illa, again same cycle, demotivation or feeling fearful and asking for, re-exam or whatever. Is that okay? So 40 andre 80 questions andre eshtaito 160 marks. This is what a lot of students have got. Unfortunately, their voice is not heard. Okay, they have been busy writing exams, UPSC exam, illa they started their mains preparation. So who were telling that it was very difficult and the scores are that this? Honestly, I mean, I might get a lot of negative comments for this. But the fact is, 1 lakh people who wrote this examination have got less than 80 marks. 1 lakh people who wrote this exam, out of 1,20,000, 1 lakh people have got less than 80 marks. So what are they telling? That this examination is difficult, that this, etc. But there are 20,000 people who have done fairly well. Is that okay? So if you are in that place, so please understand why I am trying to tell you, not to scare you, to open your eyes and tell you that you should have got so much. You have got a second chance. You are lucky people. If you have got less than 130, okay, you are the lucky people because you have a second chance within 6 months. Illandidre you had to wait another 3 to 4 or 5 years for the next notification. You understood? So this is God-given chance. Okay, God-given chance, because if you have got less than 130 and you have got this chance, you should make the best use of this 85 days. Illa, again the whole cycle, 4 or 5 years, you have to wait. Okay, so was it completely unexpected question paper? Definitely not. I kept telling students that exam questions are going to be tough. Nam test series alli students were complaining, ishtu tough questions kelalla. You see the comments. Students have complained saying that ishtu question namdu test series alli ishtu tough questions kodadilla. You are all UPSC level, KPSC alla anta. Adbidi, today PSI exam was held. Monne yaro obru student came and fought with us, asked for refund, saying that ishtu tough question baradilla anta. And this time it was a very tough paper. It was a very challenging paper. Because we know the trend is changing. It is becoming, competition ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆದಂಗೆ examination toughness ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? So you have to understand that it was not an unexpected paper. You expect difficult questions. Okay, it is going to be difficult. So you have to bring the best of you. Because the post also is very big. ಈಗ ನನ್ನ ಜೊತೆ 2014 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆದವರು ADC, okay, they are in BBMP, they are BDA, they are ADC district alli. It's not a small post. DOSP, ACP ಆಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಲ್ಲಿ 2014 ನನ್ನ ಜೊತೆ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆದವರು. So it's a big responsibility. Big responsibility ಇರುವಾಗ you are expected to also have a tough examination. And ಲಕ್ಷಾಂತರ ಜನರು ಕೊಡುವಾಗ examination will be tough. Is that understood? So this is the reality of this examination. Okay, another question. Who would have cleared this examination? Another special ಓದ್ಬೇಕಿತ್ತ, something like that? Definitely not. whose concepts are very clear, and who has revised multiple number of times, they would have cleared this exam. And those who would have taken the tests, practiced the tests repeatedly. Any institute, I'm not saying UPSC test series ತಗೊಂಡ್ರು ಸಾಕು, you do that repeatedly. ನೀವು ಹೋಗಿ ಜೆರಾಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂಗಡಿಯಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ನಿಮಗೆ ಫ್ರೀ ಆಗಿ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಪೇಪರ್ಸ್. ನಾವು ಹಂಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಐ ಆಮ್ ಶೋರ್ ಯು ಆಲ್ಸೋ ವಿಲ್ ಡೂ ಇಟ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. Practice. Practice. It's free of cost. You have to sit in one place and write it. No cost. I'm not telling you to, I'm not selling anything. I'm not trying to convince you to do anything. I'm saying you have to give test. Namdintalla. UPSC li free PDF download ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು you write it. Weekly once, write it, see where you are going short. matlab ಏನು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, make corrections. ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಬರೆದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡೋದಲ್ಲ. Analyze it. Make changes as per it. So that's it. So you have to have conceptual clarity. So UPSC bariyo students onsala, like the 10 students of mine who gave last time mains, went for interview, could not clear, ee salanu bardru. Avrella aramagi 10 days they have studied for KPSC. They have got 150, 175 and all. I'm not joking. Why? Because they have conceptual clarity. Polity inda, all polity questions are correct. Economy, all economy questions are correct. Current affairs 50% correct. History on 5 question correct. Geography on 4 question correct. Aitala alle 40 questions. They don't target 100%. They don't want even to target history. 26 hoita, another 73 questions, 74 questions I will score. Ariti. Is that understood? So don't again try to convince yourself saying that out of syllabus kelbitru, history questions kelbitru, adikke I got less marks. Baba, there is out of 200 questions, 26 questions were from history. What happened to the rest of the questions? Adyak answer madilla. Alva. So that's a question you have to ask yourself, not me. Ask yourself, where did I go wrong? ಸುಮಾರು ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ನನಗೆ ಬಂದು ಅದೇ ಹೇಳೋದು, ಹಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಯಿಂದ ಕೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ರು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಆರ್ ಐ ಗಾಟ್ ಲೆಸ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್. ದೆನ್ ಐ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್, ಆಯ್ತು ಬೇರೆ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ಸ್ ಏನಾಯ್ತಪ್ಪ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್? ಸೊ ದಟ್ಸ್ ದ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ಯು ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಆಸ್ಕ್. ವೇರ್ ಡಿಡ್ ಯು ಗೋ ರಾಂಗ್? ವಿಲ್ ಕಮ್ ಟು ದ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಟಜೀಸ್. ಸೊ ದ ಬಿಗ್ಗೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ರೈಟ್ ನೌ, the biggest mistakes students, KS students are doing right now is convincing themselves with this statement. I would have cleared if the paper was normal, or I would have got more marks if the paper was normal. They keep telling themselves every morning, but they are not realizing their mistakes. They are not realizing where they have gone wrong. Id marta idre, they are just going to find comfort for the next 85 days or whatever till the next exam. After that, puna they will say the same thing. Around 1,20,000 people who will not clear the exam, prelims, what will they say? They will say that December exam kuda abnormal ittu. But the other 5,760 students who clear this exam and will start writing mains, they have a strategy. So you have to decide what do you want to be in, which group you want to be in. So what always works? What is that works in this examination? So I showed that, my success story, not to boast, to tell you what works every year. See, the principle is the same. The strategy andre subject specific strategies change. Every exam alli subject specific, iga CSAT ge approaches may change, science and technology ge strategies may change, but overall exam ge the principle remains the same. 10 varsha 20 varsha 30 varsha tagondru the principle remains the same. What always works is to remain focused. What always works is have a strategy and stick to that. What always works is to remain consistent. That will never go wrong. Students are not focused. Yenagutte, they keep getting diverted. They don't have a strategy. Belge edbiಟ್ಟು ಏನು ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಂತಾನೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ. I used to have one monthly plan, weekly plan, daily plan. To each hour, we used to decide what we had to study. This is the difficult part. Subject yaar bekadre helbodu, yaar bekadre teach madbodu, anybody can learn and do. It's not a difficult part. But which subject, when you are going to study, how many revisions are you going to do, what test are you going to do, that's the difficult part. It is the uncomfortable part. One book on the table ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಆರಾಮಾಗಿ ಒಂದು ವಾರ ಕಳೀತೀರ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್? ಇವನ್ ಐ ಯೂಸ್ ಟು ಲೈಕ್ ಇಟ್. ಕುತ್ಕೊಂಡು ರೈಲ್ವೆ ಸ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಓದ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ, ಬಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಓದ್ಬೋದು, ನೋ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. ನಾವು ಏನೋ ಡೆಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹೋಗುವಾಗ ರೈಲ್ವೆ ಸ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬುಕ್ಸ್ ವಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಟು ಕ್ಯಾರಿ, showing off that yes, we are all aspirants anta. So everybody does that. We see, no, hours together, night, 24/7 libraries are open. Reading is not the difficult part, but what to read, when to read, how much to read, that strategy, planning, sticking to that, consistency, remain focused in spite of all the tensions and controversies and re-exam, all that adralli remaining focus ideyala, this is a challenge. Try to get over it, then everything will be fine. Okay? So the next 85 days is very, very crucial. Okay? So some of the important questions students have been asking, I'm sure you might have this in your mind. Okay, should I change my approach? Okay, so this is a very dynamic question. Andre, it varies from individual to individual. If you are getting somewhere 130 plus, if you say comfortably 140, 150, if you have got in August exam, so that will be the benchmark. Okay, na? Illa test series alli if you are getting above 100. Okay, so if you have got more than 130, around 140, 150, your approach is perfect. Just stick to that approach, repeatedly do the same thing again, but don't give up. If you give up, you are going back. If you have got this, okay, if you have cracked it like this, 140, 150, stick to the same approach, stick to the same books, stick to the same revision, stick to the same tests, meaning give new tests, same thing. If yours is less than 130, okay, then you are supposed to understand what problems you are facing, which subject, etc. We'll come to that. I'll tell you briefly what has been my approach, my strategy. So you can follow it. If students are following this approach, well and good. Otherwise, you can use this approach, what I am telling you. If you have got less than 130, if you have got less than 130, then you can follow this approach. If you have got more than 130, 140, 150 plus sikkidre, don't change your approach. If the approach is same as what I'm going to tell, well and good. Otherwise, stick to this approach. Who is getting less than 130? What you should do, mine is 5 plus 2 strategy. Andre, 5 subject I'm going to be very good. 5 subject I'm going to be very good. The other two subjects, I will just read the important ones and maybe I will even skip. You will not believe art, history, culture, etc. Modern history bittu, no other history I have ever studied for my competitive examination. And all prelims, UPSC and KPSC, I have always cleared. 6 UPSC and 3 KPSC I have cleared prelims every time. Without knowing art, heritage, culture, nothing. Doesn't mean it won't come. 26 bandittala ee sala. But I was good in the other 150 questions. That, if you have that strength, then you can leave that subject. Is that okay? 5 solid subjects, 5 static subject, you should be pakka, perfect. The other 2 subject, nimdu yavdu artha agta illa, you are not good at it, don't worry. Aita nimge science and tech artha agta ilva, science, some students don't have knowledge of science, don't worry. Maths barta ilva, CSAT alli you are finding it difficult, comprehension on manage madi, rest, leave it. But make sure the other subjects you are good. If you leave it, that's what I'm trying to say. Oh, bitbitu na ella bitbitte sir heludru antangalla. So make sure which subject you are good at, because in prelims you don't have to know everything. Iga nodidre difficulty level history gottillde idre better, because even if you had studied history, okay, 26, even with the books only, we were finding it difficult to find the answers. ಆಯ್ತಾ. ಸೊ ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ 26 ಅರೌಂಡ್ 15-16 ಯಾರೂ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡಿರಲ್ಲ ಆಯ್ತಾ. ಆ ಥರ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟಿ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಇತ್ತು. ಈವನ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಆಪ್ಷನಲ್ ಹಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಯು ವುಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗಾಟ್ ಇಟ್. ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕಲ್ಟೀಸ್ ಹೂ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟೋಲ್ಡ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಥಿಂಗ್. ಇಸ್ ದಟ್ ಓಕೆ? ಸೊ ದಟ್ಸ್ ದ, ಇಫ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಎವ್ರಿಬಡಿ. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಸೊ 5+2 ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಟಜಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೋ 5 ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ, other 2 subjects okay, or you can even leave 1 subject, 1 out of 2. And current affairs. Still this year, this 29th December though, it is going to be more conventional. Our experiment madbittu problems and sikkakondru. Eega exam setter will not experiment. They would have, I'm sure, got instruction also. Sumne talayate madbedi. Sumne adenide question syllabus prakara keli anta I would guess. But anyways, current affairs is still important. Polity, economy, geography, atara. Out of 7 subjects, select 5. Okay. Then 1 standard book, 1 standard per subject, or 1 teacher you are following for 1 subject. Or madiro notes, if they give notes, whatever. Okay. So whomever you are following, 1 subject expert or 1 material, whatever, you stick to that. Okay, 1 standard book per subject. No 2 books, 3 books, 4 books. 1 subject na multiple review. Even now 85 days you have strengthen your basics. If you are not strong in some subject, strengthen it right now. In the next 45 days, take some new textbook or join some module, specific module classes at mugsbidi. Polity you are not strong, finish it off. Economy you are not strong, finish it off. History you want to focus, do it off. Now, next 45 days. I'll tell you the strategy. Then, schemes, programs, KPSC li very important. Schemes, programs. Ee salanu kelidru paper to me, they will ask. So, stick to that very well. Take test, repeat. Take test, repeat. Take test, repeat. Repeat, repeat. This is the strategy. So, if your approach is the same, you have got more than this one, do it. If you did the same approach and got less than 130, that means your revision is not good enough. Your test taking was not good enough. Otherwise, this approach will always be successful. I will guarantee you that. Is that okay? Next, should I read any new book? If you are not read any, if you have stuck to any standard books, stick to that. No changing books. Polity, Kele, Lakshmikant. Okay. Economy, environment. Nimdi en standard books if you have read. Guide book alla. Standard books if you have read. Or class notes from a good institution and with a good faculty. If you have their notes, stick to it. No changing. Previous exam alli akade ikade agirbodu, no problem. But if you are confident with your material, confident with your faculty, or if your senior has given you guarantee, stick to that. No problem. If you want the list of book list and all, you see my previous video. Adralli ide book list. You can see that. No problem. Okay, then. These are the 2 important questions that students ask. Next is, should I focus on mains? Okay, for those who are scoring 140, 150, yes, for about 40 days, you can focus on mains. You should focus on mains. Okay, if you are a UPSC student, 40 days, you can focus on UPSC optional subject or optional GS paper, you can. If your score is 140, 150, if your score is less than that, then no. Focus on prelims. Whether it is UPSC aspirants or otherwise also, you have to focus on prelims. Yen madadappa mains. What will happen if, exam? I know KPSC history. I'm sure by now you also might have realized KPSC history. There will be enough time for mains. Don't worry. If you do it now, you will be having an advantage, no doubt. But for those who are getting less than 130, if you don't clear prelims, you will not write mains. So there's no point in preparing for mains if you are not going to clear mains. So if your score is less than 130, trust me, focus on prelims, forget mains for now. After prelims, I will tell you how to clear mains in 3 months or 4 months. Don't worry. We have done that. Okay, so you can be less assured that we can do mains later. For those who are getting comfortably 140, 150, 160, focus on mains. On 4-5 subject, exclusively mains alla idiyalla, public administration or rural development or ethics ಅಂಥದ್ದೊಂದು 3 ಅಥವಾ 4 ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮುಗಿಸ್ಕೋಬೇಡಿ, ಫಿನಿಶ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಫ್. ಮೇಕ್ ನೋಟ್ಸ್, give couple of tests, answer writing, adu idu, and finish it off. Okay, notes making becomes very important for your mains, because unlike UPSC, KPSC, GS are very direct questions. So you have to know the exact specific content. They ask public administration, what is NPA? They'll ask. Okay, new public administration. What is it? What is the history? What are the salient features? Adella gottirbekandre you should have a proper notes. So mains, if you are preparing right now, prepare notes or attend class and make off the notes. Whatever is your strategy. Right. Okay. So now coming to the strategy. Next 85 days. So here I have 80 days roadmap anta I have in YouTube description alli you can download it. Okay, so it has a detailed timetable, so you can follow it, you can make your own. I'm just helping you out to have a roadmap. Timetable is there, you can download it from the description or from the chat box. Okay, let me see if it is there. I'll just ask them. Okay, yeah, so in the chat box you can find the description. Okay, you can see that later. Now 2 steps strategy. So first, very simple, if you have done that already, no problem. If you have not done that, today go back home. Okay, open August paper and check your scores. If you are getting less than 130, or are you getting, sorry, more than 130, are you getting less than 130? Check it. So you have to analyze it. Then identify which subjects you have scored well, which subjects you have not performed well. Identify. So which one you are good at. See, when I used to do that, why I said I cleared the exam, again, not because I read polity outside Lakshmikant, nothing. I read Lakshmikant only. But what I used to do is analyze where I went wrong. What is the my strengths and what is my weakness? What is my strength and what is my weakness? So I'll identify, yes, none the strong subjects, polity, economy, environment, geography. So like that I will prioritize. And I will put more effort in that. ಈಗ ನನಗೆ ಹಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಟೆಲಿಂಗ್ ಯು, ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರ್ತಾ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಫೈಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್ ವೆರಿ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್, ಐ ವುಡ್ ಲೀವ್ ಇಟ್. And when I see history question, even today, I know I will leave it. But I know when I see a polity question, the chances are 95% accuracy. Never go wrong. Economy, when I was at my peak, maybe now it might be different. Okay, so 95% accuracy. Current affairs, ಅದೆಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು ಅಂದರೆ ಲೈಕ್ ಈವನ್ 95% in current affairs, factual ಅದು ಇದು. Okay, so that kind of strategy you should have. ಈಗ ನಿಮ್ದು, let's say your best subject is economy ಅಂತ, we'll take an example, economy. Let's say your accuracy is 65%. Next best is polity. Your accuracy is 55 ankodan. So you got to know that your best subject in your civil service preparation is 65. I mean, sorry, economy. So now increase this. So it's easy to reach a higher level in that subject. Let's say your history nantara iddidre, your accuracy is 5%. 5% na nanu 100% tarbekandre I have to read 2 more new books. But if I have to increase this economy 65% and if I have to get 95%, it's easier. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು 2 ಸಲ ಅದೇ ಬುಕ್ ನ ರಿವೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ರೆ my accuracy will increase. This students don't do. This institutes don't tell. This many people who have no experience of clearing the exam don't know what they have to do. Teach ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ PPT ಹಾಕಿ, everybody teaches. But the people who clear, they clear and join the service. Few people like us, we end up teaching. So we know how it is to go till the last final list alli henge ನಮ್ಮ ಹೆಸರು ಇರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ we know it. What you are supposed to do. Now your strength and weakness you have to identify. Will you do that? That's the first step. Identify your strength and weakness and start investing in that. Correct? No, idu ontara nim life investment alli practically economy investments. Where will you invest? Where will you invest in properties? Yes, where there is a scope for improvement or where somewhere outskirts where nobody cares. Elli invest ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ನೀವು? Where there is a scope, main road ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲ peripheral ring road ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, metro ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ you will invest. Correct, no? Same thing, why are you not doing it for your preparation? Why are you going to invest somewhere where there is no scope? Historyly ನನಗೆ scope ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. For example, for me it is like that. For you it might be different. So you identify your scope where you have opportunity to improve. There you invest. What is your investment in this? Time, effort, books, material, etc. So you invest in that. Oh, economy, nange, I have already reached. Innond ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಅದು ಇದು ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ರೆ I can reach higher level, get it. So ಈಗ out of 15 questions in economy, you might have scored 7 questions. You see, you make this improvement, you yourself will realize I would have got 12 questions. Is that okay? So this is how you have to identify. This is the biggest problem. We don't analyze ourselves. What do we say? I didn't clear because the exam was tough. Easy. Problem may solved. But this is difficult because you are going to expose yourself what you don't know. What is your weakness? We don't want to accept our weakness. That's a human tendency, unfortunately. We will blame everybody. Okay, but we don't realize that maybe something is wrong in me and I need to work on that. So this next 85 days will decide what you are going to do based on, the step 1 will decide what you are going to do. Check your scores, see where. If you have not given that examination, you can check any test series, good test series. ಈಗ ನಮ್ದು ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಸೀರೀಸ್ ಏನಾದರೂ ನೀವು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ ಯು ಚೆಕ್ ದ ಸ್ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಅರೌಂಡ್ 100+ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ನಾಟ್ ಗಾಟ್ ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಗುಡ್ ಇನಫ್. That 85 days is going to be crucial next. So as I told you, the exam is not on 29th December. Exam has already started. Your success, the decisions are now already started. Meaning what you are going to do now is already going to decide what you are going to do. Are you going to clear the exam or not? So therefore, first step is this. Okay, now check your scores. Okay, then identify which subject you have scored well, which is your strength, which is your weakness. Whatever strength is there, Allah, improve that. If you ask me, invest in that. As I told you, where will you invest? Where there is scope for improvement. Where will you invest? Where there is scope for improvement. I knew ನಂದು ಹಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ವೀಕ್ನೆಸ್, ದೆರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ಸ್ಕೋಪ್ ಫಾರ್ ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ನಾನು 3 ತಿಂಗಳು ಕೊಟ್ಟರು 85 days ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರು ಐ ವುಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಅಂತ ನನಗೆ ಐ ರಿಯಲೈಸ್ಡ್. ಯು ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ವಿಚ್ ಈಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ಫೇವ್ರೆಟ್ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್. ವಾಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಡೂ? ನೋ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಟೆಕ್, ನಂಗೆ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕು, ಮ್ಯಾಥ್ಸ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಸಿಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಫುಲ್ ಮ್ಯಾಥ್ಸ್ ನಾವು ಫಾರ್ 2 months ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಬಿ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್. ಆಮೇಲೆ 5 questions ಕೇಳ್ತಾರಾ, ಆಲ್ ಅದರ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗೋ ವೇಸ್ಟ್. ದೇರ್ ಎಫರ್ಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಗಾನ್ ವೇಸ್ಟ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಲಿಮಿಟೆಡ್ ಎಫರ್ಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಔಟ್ಕಮ್. Limited effort, maximum outcome. Is that okay? So once you have identified your strengths and weakness, okay, go to the next step, step 2. So step 2 alli, those who are scoring more than 130, okay, in the August paper. So for those guys, 45 days, okay, this is my approach. You can make small correction, you can consult me and make those correction, or you can ask your mentors and make those small correction. So more than 130, 140, 150 ಸಿಗ್ತಾರೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ 45 days, 50% of the time give for prelims. Same approach, give test, repeat. The other 50% give for mains or prepare for UPSC or optional subject, whatever is your strategy, or some other exam or degree ಏನಂದ್ರು. 50% prelim. Like if you are preparing for 10 hours, 5 hours you give for prelims. Whether it is UPSC or KPSC, prelims if you have not got 130, That means you have to focus on your prelims. Anyway, so 10 hours only, 5 hours you give for your prelims. The other 5 hours you give for your mains. The last 40 days, I'm talking about 85 days strategy. Last 40 days, 100% give for prelims and revise. And I've given you detailed subject-wise timetable. Okay, you can download it later and you can have a look at it. It will just give you a framework. Baki neevu madabeko. Okay na? Then weekly practice tests. You will get free tests. You will now every institute is doing free tests. Make use of it. Alva? Everybody is fairly good enough. No problem. Kodi experiment maadi, or you buy UPSC papers, or you join some test series. So up to you. Okay, 85 days ke liye, at least once in 5 or 7 days, give one test. Analyze the test. Are you showing improvements? Okay, all that you see. That is very, very important. I used to have timetable, table with my friends. We used to write marks, e-test. All three would write the test. Then we would put marks. Okay, how are we increasing? If not, we would sit and see what is going wrong. How do we address it? If you have not done that, do that. So that's what you are supposed to do. Then, for those who are scoring less than 130, that means your prelims preparation is not good enough. Okay, honestly speaking, it's not good enough. You can convince yourself any other ways. But if you are getting less than 130, your prelims is not good enough. Same problem you will face after 85 days. God has given you one last chance. Okay, make use of it. What you should do, all the 85 days you should prepare for your prelims. Mains ke liye time is there. Even if you are UPSC aspirant and you have got less than 130, that means UPSC also you want to clear prelims. So even UPSC aspirants, if you have got less than 130, prepare for prelims. It will help you in your UPSC also. The same polity is asked. Difficulty level is actually more in KPSC. Okay. Same economy is asked, same current affairs. Salpa Karnataka extra is that, so that you do separately. 45 days, improve any 3 subjects. I told now 5 plus 2 strategy. So otherly 3 subjects, you try and do it properly from basics, from the standard textbook. If you have already done, revise it more number of times. Identify 3 subjects from your strength where you should invest. 3 subjects, do it effectively. So 15 days for each subject for the next 45 days. This is what you have to do. Okay, put your ego aside. Accept you have failed. Accept you have done mistake. 15 days, 3 subjects each. And along with that, current affairs and weekly test. So section wise test. Those who are getting more than 130, take comprehensive tests. Those who are getting less than 130, take sectional tests in this 45 days. Okay, na? Then the next 40 days, revision. Okay, revision of these 3 subjects plus 2 subjects plus current affairs. Enough for you to clear the exam. Simple strategy. Okay, and practice tests. That again, 5 days once or once in 7 days. Okay, so I have given the detailed description like this. So these are the topic list I have given. Important topics. So for example, you take preamble, everything in and out you should know, so that any question is asked from preamble, you should score. No doubt at all. Same way, fundamental rights, okay, like that, parliament, judiciary, like this. So I have given it like this with box, so that once you cover, finish, put tick mark. So 15 days you will select, let's say, polity. All this you should have covered. Plus, I finished one test, another test, another test. Ee tara tick mark ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Print ತಗೊಂಡು keep it ready so that you will track. Okay, so this you say, let's say from 4th, okay, to 19th of October, I am going to do polity. Nim timetable hingirbeku. So you will say 4th to 10th, I will finish one round reading. 11th, I will revise. 12th, I will hangye. Should have ready-made timetable. So every morning when you get up, you will not think, oh, yen madadappa ivattu anta. You should know what exactly, which subject, which book you are going to read. ಇಲ್ಲ ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಎದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಏನು ಮಾಡೋದು, ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗೋದು, ಯಾರು ಕೇಳೋದು, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ಯು ಗೆಟ್ ಡಿಮೋಟಿವೇಟೆಡ್. ದೆನ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಗೋ ಟಾಕ್ ಟು ಸಂಬಡಿ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ವಾಟ್ಸ್ಆ್ಯಪ್ ನೋಡೋದು, ಟೆಲಿಗ್ರಾಮ್ ನೋಡೋದು, ದೆನ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ಪೋನ್ ಆಗಲಿ ಅದು ಇದು ಅಂತ ಯು ವಿಲ್. ಇಸ್ ದಟ್ ಓಕೆ? ದಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್. ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಅ ಟೈಮ್ ಟೇಬಲ್. ಎಕಾನಮಿ, ಎನ್ವೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ಈ ಥರ ಎವ್ರಿ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಬ್ರೋಕನ್ ಇಟ್ ಡೌನ್ into topics and put that timetable and make sure you cover all of that. Adu you can read from textbooks, standard textbook, or you can attend class, or you can take somebody's notes, whichever, which is good. There is no one perfect book for anything. Anything is fine. Okay? Yeah, so that is what you can do. So the golden rule that you have to remember, last part of this, one standard book for every subject. Per subject, one book, that's all. Nimdu written notes idya, stick to that. You want to make notes now, don't do that. Prelims ge ready-made notes are there. Don't sit and make notes. That will not come for use, because notes madbekandre 15 days hogutte. When will you revise? Please don't make your own notes. Textbooks are there, ready-made notes are there, dictated notes are there. Stick to that. Shortcut, no hard work, smart work. Okay? Then take help. If you need help, take help. Iga namdralle module, subject specific modules are there. If one or two subject you feel you need help, you can take it. Okay? Multiple revision. And make sure you remember the facts. Iga polity andre articles, important headings. ಈಗ ಫಂಡಮೆಂಟಲ್ ರೈಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ರೈಟ್ ಟು ಈಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ ಒನ್ ಹೆಡ್ಡಿಂಗ್, ಫ್ರೀಡಮ್ ಅನದರ್ ಹೆಡ್ಡಿಂಗ್, ರಿಲಿಜಿಯಸ್ ರೈಟ್ಸ್ ಅನದರ್, ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್. ಹೆಡ್ಡಿಂಗ್ಸ್, ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ಸ್, ಡೇಟಾ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ವೆರಿ ವೆರಿ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್. ರಿಪೀಟೆಡ್ ಆಗಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ತಾನೇ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್? ಲೈಕ್ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಟೇಬಲ್ಸ್. ಹೌ ಡು ಯು ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ಟೇಬಲ್ಸ್? ಈವನ್ ಟುಡೇ ಅಲ್ವಾ, 9 3s are ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯು ನೋ ಇಟ್, ಪಟ್ ಅಂತ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಟೆಲ್. ವೈ? ರಿಪೀಟೆಡ್ ರಿವಿಷನ್. ಇಸ್ ದರ್ ಎನಿ ಲಾಜಿಕ್ ಇನ್ ದಟ್? ಯಾರಾದ್ರೆ ಲಾಜಿಕ್ ಹೇಳೋ 9 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವಿಲ್ ಯು 9 + 9 + 9? ನಥಿಂಗ್. ಪಟ್ ಅಂತ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಕಮ್, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಪರ್ಮನೆಂಟ್ ಮೆಮೊರಿ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ರಿಪೀಟೆಡ್ಲಿ ರೆಡ್ ಇಟ್. ಸೇಮ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಡೂ, ರಿಪೀಟೆಡ್ಲಿ read the same thing. You see, you sit with your notes and check the August paper. You will get all the answers from the textbook, at least majority. Aita? So why didn't you get it? You didn't remember it. There was no clarity, so you made mistakes. Silly mistakes antivalla. Why does silly mistakes happen? Because we don't have clarity. Alva? Then 2024 current affairs. Okay, exam setter will prepare the paper in another month. 2024 current affairs must read. 23 you can now relax. 23 ಅವರು ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ಝಿನ್ ಹುಡುಕಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಷ್ಟು ಭಾಳ ಅಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಎಫರ್ಟ್ ಹಾಕೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಒಂದೋ ಎರಡು ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ 23 ಇಂದ. 24 ಸ್ಕೀಮ್ಸ್, ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ಸ್, ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಅಫೇರ್ಸ್, ಬಜೆಟ್, ವೆರಿ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಪ್ರಯಾರಿಟಿ 1. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಟೇಕ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್, ಐದರ್ ನಮ್ಮ KPSC ಟೆಸ್ಟ್, UPSC ಟೆಸ್ಟ್. ಈಗ ಕಾಂಪ್ರಿಹೆನ್ಸಿವ್, ದೋಸ್ ಆರ್ ಗೆಟಿಂಗ್ ಮೋರ್ ದೆನ್ 130, ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಮಿಷನ್ ವಿಜಯ 3.0 ಅಂತ ಇದೆ ನಮ್ದು ವೆಬ್ಸೈಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಗೋ ಟೇಕ್ ದಟ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್. ಓಕೆ? ಆರ್ UPSC ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ಸ್ or any other institute, no problem, good institute, standard institute, and you write tests, or from Xerox shops you take the tests, but give tests, repeat the tests. Is that okay? This is what you are supposed to do. Don't give excuse saying that the exam was tough, that's why I didn't score well. Adu you cannot use it. If you do that, you will face problem in December. Ad manele helake okay, ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಕೋರ್ ಬಂತು, ಇಲ್ಲ ಭಾಳ ಕಷ್ಟ ಇತ್ತು ಅಪ್ಪ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಐ ಗಾಟ್ ಲೆಸ್. ಈಸಿ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಐ ವುಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸ್ಕೋರ್ಡ್ ವೆಲ್. ಆರ್ ವೆನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆಸ್ಕ್, ಇಲ್ಲ ಮಗ ಐ ವುಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸ್ಕೋರ್ಡ್ ವೆಲ್, ಏನೋ ಎಲ್ಲ ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ಕೇಳಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ರು. ಆಲ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಫೈನ್ ಸೋಷಿಯಲಿ, ಬಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಯು, ಇಫ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ 29th December, analyze where you went wrong. If you are getting less than 130, you identify what is the mistakes. Is that okay? So that's what you can do. You can download this. So warning, it is unpredictable. Accept it. Don't worry. Okay, have thick skin. Oh, postpone aita, I am ready. Re-exam, I am ready. Nale exam, I am ready. Be prepared. Another 2-3 years, this is going to be there. So find something else. Andre, other option B. ಅಂದರೆ UPSC ಕೊಡಿ, ಇಲ್ಲ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಬಿ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಸಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡಿ, ವಿಚ್ ಎವರ್ ಇಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ಪ್ಲಾನ್ ನಾವು, ಇಲ್ಲ ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಗ್ರಾಜ್ಯುಯೇಷನ್ ಮಾಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಮಾಡಿ, ಮದುವೆ ಆಗಿ, ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ have it. So life should go on, because this is unpredictable. You will waste your life. I know from personal experience, you will waste your life if you rely on KPSC. But it is very useful. I mean, it is very what do you say, wonderful at the end of it. The journey is very bad. So if you rely completely, you'll go into depression. I have hundreds of students I meet in so many years. A lot of people come, because I'm a doctor also, people come and express their depression with me. The reason is not just KPSC, UPSC also 4-5 attempt ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. 4-5 attempt ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು? 5 ವರ್ಷ, 5 years. KPSC 1 attempt equals 5 years. UPSC 4 attempts equals 5 years. Both are in same position, depressed, unhealthy, mentally, physically, spiritually lost faith, socially isolated. Aita? Why? Because they expect a lot from this examination. They expect a lot from themselves because of that. See, if it is something in your own hands, then I agree, you can blame yourself. But what happens? Students blame themselves. You are not wrong. KPSC is wrong, exam is wrong, democracy is wrong. Whole people, who are voting for stupid, representatives, they are wrong, not you. You are working hard. You are sacrificing your life for this job so that you can serve the people. You are not wrong. Is that okay? The exam is unpredictable. So have a life. When I say life, think of plan B. Think ahead. As I told you, getting married also is very important. Having a life, having a job. Find another job. KPSC doesn't need you to sacrifice your life. That's the motivation I want to give you. I want you to take back home. If at all there is something from personal, if I have to give you, is that this exam competitive. You can blame KPSC because it's very open. UPSC also is equally ruthless. It has destroyed many people's life. ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನರು 10 ಲಕ್ಷ ತಗೊಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ 1 ಲಕ್ಷ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ 10 ಲಕ್ಷ. And out of 10 lakh people, 9,99,000 people are failures, is what is told by the exam. But you are not failures. You are one of the cream of the society who is sacrificing yourself for the society. There can't be bigger noble person than you. Okay, so understand that. Don't feel bad, don't feel depressed, be motivated, because this exam is to be blamed, not you. What is in your hand? Your ability to focus, your motivation, your strategy. If there is something wrong in that, then you blame yourself. But the exam, re-exam, dates, timetable, mains exam, all that is not your fault. So have a plan B. Plan B can be, as I told you, again I'm repeating, you telling, masters madi, or find another job, temporary job, or you can get a family, get married, something like that, or take some other exam. Lakhs of government jobs are there. Take some job, temporary, and upgrade yourself. So many of them, Iga Nandu 4-5 students were PSIs when they cleared and got into DYSP. Hange, you take group B, group C jobs, no problem, start. Iga nimde ಏನು problem, you identify that. Economic, social, political, ಏನು problem, you address that. Don't unnecessarily waste 2-3 years of your life suffering. Then you get depressed, then you get demotivated, then you become violent, aggressive, and blame everything, everybody around you. Okay, so remember, it is unpredictable, it is time and energy consuming, so be ready for that. Subject is very easy. What is difficult is the whole exam process and very depressing. ಈಗ ನೋಡಿ ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಜನರು ಪಾಪ ಕಷ್ಟಪಟ್ಟು ಮನೆಯಿಂದ they would have taken money from friends, family, stayed in PG, adu idu, and gave exam. Now they have no money, re-exam ge puna another 3 more years, mains ge another 1 year, interview another 6 months. Till then they can't go back home. They have already taken all the help from every family, friends, everything. So it is very depressing, right? So you have to buckle up. At the end, it's beautiful. Trust me, it is. The kind of status, the kind of power, the kind of ability to contribute, immense. It is very beautiful. But the journey is very, very difficult, provided you remain, or as I told you, strategize, focus, adella madirbeku, right? Keep it simple. If I have to tell you at the end, be strong with your basic concepts, revise, repeat, and give tests. This is the strategy. This is the only thing that is in your control. If something goes wrong in that, blame yourself. Exam postponement, addu iddu, don't worry. Is that okay? If you do all of this, you will remain and you will be successful. Okay? So that is what I wanted to tell you all, guys. So I was a little busy with UPSC mains preparation and students were giving, so I could not come live in the past 2-3 weeks. So now that we will be planning for 85 days regularly, I will be there to help you all to clear this examination. Okay, the best people should clear the prelims so that we can weed out all negative elements and the exam can be as fair as possible. Okay? So at NammaKPSC, so what are we have planning to do? We are very excited. Next Dasara Admele, we'll be starting with Sunday Manthan 2.0. So we have planned something very different than what regularly we do. We did current affairs, Karnataka, matte we did economic survey and all of that when we did for the previous. And current affairs anta plan marta idre, everybody is now very strong in current affairs. There is so much resources, so many free classes, every institute is doing current affairs. Okay, so we don't want to again unnecessarily burden the students with another, extra notes on the same thing which is already there. So what we are planning to do is, we are going to select 250 high return topics from static as well as current affairs combined. Ontara static walla kade, current affairs walla. 250 most probable question. Andre adu all 250 barutte antalla. Maybe we will try, we are trying to do some research and try to see that how questions are being asked and try to identify 250 questions, 250 topics, high written. Adralli ondu 60 topics bandre, we are successful. So ariti, the most probable questions in every subject. So like economy in the 40 topics, science and technology in the 30 topics, like that. So 250 topics we will do. So because it can't be done by one person, right? Because each subject expert has to do research and identify which is the most important topics that they can predict from this exam. So like that, my entire team, we will be working towards this one every Sunday after Dasara, after the auspicious month where God has given us another opportunity to clear this exam. So we will be starting Sunday Manthan 2.0 with the name Prelims Powerhouse, where we will be targeting 250 topics. Comprehensively, we will try and address it, okay, with facts and data, other things, with conceptual clarity. So that's what we have planned, 250 high return topics, okay, as part of our Sunday Manthan 2.0. We were hoping that we would do mains, but anyways, now mains is delayed. So maybe mains Sunday Manthan 3.0 we will do it. So now high return topics called as Powerhouse. Every Sunday for about 6-7 hours we will try and do it. So faculty list, everything is there. Okay, all our expert faculties, whichever subject experts, they will be addressing, because one person cannot do it. If somebody is trying to tell that, it's not possible. We have to do our research. We will do that. We will try and give that. Okay, Sunday Manthan. So it will be free every Sunday starting from 20th. Okay, 20th of October onwards. That's one thing that we will be doing. This will be free of cost, a small contribution that we can do. And then we also have a test series. We have section-wise tests. I'm sure many have already subscribed to it. Comprehensive test called Mission Vijaya 3.0. Mission Vijaya 1, Mission Vijaya 2, we have already done that previously. If you have not given, give that. Along with that, 10 tests, Mission Vijaya 3.2. So it has already started. So you can go and give it online and you can see your ranks, how you are performing and all of that. Or if you have to do section-wise, you can give this test, let's say in month of November or something like that. Okay, so that you can do. So this is the two things. Along with that, there are several module specific. If you are weak in economy, you want to improve economy, economy module is there, polity module is there, geography module is there. So like that, subject specific module also you can take from our website. Okay, but we are very excited to start Sunday Manthan 2.0 high returns called Prelims Powerhouse. So this is what I wanted to discuss in today's class. Several doubts that students had, I try to address it over here. If still you have doubts, you can definitely leave a message in the description box. Me or my team will reply to all of that. Let me see if there is any doubt. If you guys have any doubt, let me know. Prelim score, I got 100 marks. Okay, so obviously you have to focus on your prelims now. Please help me in mains preparation. Mains preparation, I have done a separate video. You can come and consult us separately. We will discuss that. Then what else? Mains, yes, we will provide you all the guidance after December. Mains classes, so for those students who want to focus on mains for the next 45 days, we have already started mains classes. Okay, subject wise, module wise, you can take it, you can start preparation. Like you want to finish off public administration, other module is there. If you want, for UPSC students, we have initiative called as KPSC for UPSC students, where we are focusing only on KPSC specific subjects called Mission Kadamba. You can subscribe to that. Any issues, any course, everything you want, mains course, everything is there. We have class tests, we have test series, everything of mains. So you can take all the help. Okay, beautiful quality. You can just check it on YouTube. 2-3 classes we have always uploaded. So because we want to make sure that you see it and then only you subscribe to those things. So on YouTube you will find all the mains classes, 1 or 2 demo classes. You can take that and see. Whether we have to make notes from newspaper, no. Okay, KPSC ge newspaper odadidrunu, it's okay. I know I am very unconventional in saying that. No need to read newspaper. Okay, I'm sure many will be very surprised or they might put negative comments, but I am telling you, having cleared all the times prelims, you don't need newspaper. Why? Because everything is there in the magazine. Iga nam team e 2-3 newspaper nodbitte magazine madodu. Why do you have to make notes? Waste of time. 2-3 hours for reading newspaper, another 3 hours for making notes. Nim jote yaru otta irtaralla avrige help agutte, nimgalla. Okay, so don't make notes. Reading newspaper also, I am kind of against it nowadays, because see, it is important that you clear the exam. Clear admele yaar en bekadre helidrunu, it becomes real. But who clears? They actually read all guidebook or magazines. Okay, ready-made now daily update kodtivi. Nam tara eston institutes, they give daily updates. Stick to one and repeatedly do it. Don't read more than 1 magazine. That I have to tell you. 2 magazine, 3. Adenagutte ನಾವು ಚಂದ್ರ ಲೇಔಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಎಜುಕೇಶನ್ ಹಬ್ ನಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ, ವಿ ಸಿ ನ್ಯೂ ಮ್ಯಾಗಝೀನ್ ರಿಲೀಸ್ಡ್, ಅವ್ರ ಬುಕ್ ಸ್ಟಾಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಹ್ಯಾಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದು ನೋಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಐ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಬೈ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಿ ಬೈ ಇಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕಮ್. ಆ ರೀತಿ ಒಂದು 5 ಮ್ಯಾಗಝೀನ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತೀವಿ. ವಿ ವೋಂಟ್ ರೀಡ್ ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ ವಿ ವೋಂಟ್ ರಿವೈಸ್ ದೆಮ್. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ಸ್ ದ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್? 1 magazine, repeatedly you read it. Which is the best magazine? Nothing like that. I have my own magazine, yet I am telling you it is not the best. There is no best magazine. Okay, our magazine is good enough to clear the exam. Okay, will we cover all the topics? Yes, as much as possible. Okay, it is very good. Our magazine is very good. But will we leave out 2-3 topics? Yes. What to do? Okay, like that, any magazine you can refer which is good. For KPSC, ours is the best. You can refer our magazine. Is that okay? So no need to make notes. Yeah, art and culture and all of that, you should ask your faculty. I'm not so good with the source and all. I'm very sorry about that. But what I did, I'll tell you, may not be relevant now. With history, all I did was read NCERT. Adrallu very important topics like Jainism, Buddhism. I just stuck to that. Okay, I ondu eradu kelidre I might have answered. Beyond that, it's not what I did. So maybe some other you can ask other faculty. Kannada Jasti use Madi. Definitely, I will try it. Can I study my notes or go to Nitin Singhani? That's what you study your notes. Strengthen the other subject. Okay. So any other doubt, guys? Okay. Those who will be watching this recordings, I mean, or afterwards, please leave your doubt in the comment section. I will be happy to reply to all of them. Okay, so I hope it was useful. I hope I did not hurt a lot of people's sentiments. Whatever my, I'm very blunt sometime in telling what it is. I'm telling you that you have failed is not to hurt you, but to make you realize that you have a chance, not to hurt you. So if I have hurt somebody, then don't get hurt. I'm not sorry about it, but don't get hurt is what I'm telling you, because it is very important you expose yourself to the weakness. I have been a sports person also, okay. I have represented India in athletics. So I know how it is to be a failure also, how it is to be successful. Without failing, you can never be successful. And without accepting your failure, you will never be successful. So I have accepted my failures and I have improved on that, and then only I have found success. So therefore, like any discipline in any sector, you have to improve by knowing your weakness. If you hide from your weakness, you will never be successful. So make sure you do that first and then go to the other one. Is that okay, guys? Yeah. So I hope it was useful. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching, guys. We'll be coming up with more such sessions, obviously, to keep you motivated and also to provide you content support. Okay. Thank you and have a good day.